Hi, my name is Robert Chelle with Chelle Law, and I'm an attorney that assists physician assistants with employment contract and independent contractor agreement issues. Today, I'm going to talk about a sign-on bonus and potential repayment terms. So, when you're looking at a new job and they offer you a sign-on bonus and relocation assistance as well, sometimes those are combined. Usually there will be some kind of repayment obligation if you leave within a period of time. And so let me give you an example. So let's say a PA has a $5,000 sign-on bonus. It's paid within 30 days of when you start providing care, which is pretty standard. The contract may say you have to pay or stay for 2 years, or you'll have to pay back maybe the entire amount. When you are a PA, what you want to do is shorten the time period associated with repayment and then the interval of repayment as well. And let me give you an example. So let's say you have a 2-year window where it says, all right, you need to stay for 2 years, so you got to pay the entire amount back. 1, you want to reduce that to 1 year. And then 2, you don't want an all or nothing forgiveness. You want a monthly forgiveness or a quarterly forgiveness. And that way, let's say you stay with an employer for 23 months and then you leave, you don't want to have to pay back the entire amount. You want to, if you had a monthly forgiveness, you'd only owe 1/24 of the amount back to them. This is something that can be negotiated. And so I would suggest the all or nothing sign-on bonus repayment generally is not something I would ever advise a PA to sign. Now, relocation assistance usually follows the same repayment schedule as whatever the sign-on bonus is. Sometimes it will be less. So for instance, if you had a 2-year repayment or forgiveness window for the sign-on bonus, it might be a year for your relocation assistance. Now, if you're in the same city and you're just taking a job where you don't have to move, they're not going to provide you with relocation. And there are also scenarios where they'll just give one lump sum. They'll just say, all right, instead of a $10,000 sign-on bonus and a $10,000 relocation assistance, we'll just give you $20,000. You can do whatever you want with it. A couple considerations about repayment. Now, when they pay you this bonus, it is tax. So if you have a $10,000 bonus, you're not getting $10,000 in your bank account. The taxes are going to be taken out of it. However, the language in almost every contract will state you don't have to pay back the taxable amount. You have to pay back the full amount. So you may have received $6,000, but you're going to have to pay back $10,000. So that's something you need to keep in mind. Now, you can get that money back in your next year's taxes. But you have to talk to your accountant about it and kind of plan for that. But it is a shock to some people where they think, well, look, I only got $6,000 in my bank account, but I have to pay back the entire amount to the employer. And unfortunately, the answer to that is yes, you do. But it's something you can plan for and understand when you're signing the contract. Now, as far as strategies in negotiating this, you just need to ask. You need to shorten the interval and then shorten the time period where it's forgiven, and maybe go back and forth with the employer. But this is not something you just have to accept. There are no rules that say, oh, it has to be an all or nothing forgiveness. It's completely up to the employer what they want to do. And if you ask them, I'd like this shortened, then that's something that you can absolutely negotiate. All right, that's a little something on repayment for sign-on bonuses or relocation assistance. If you have any questions about your employment agreement or independent contractor agreement, feel free to contact my law firm. All of my information is listed below in the description, and I appreciate you watching the video. All right, thanks. Take care.